I love America, I want to go to, and it's like, but she can't even.
Hey, it's Haggy, and welcome to another video. I'm back with this crusty wig, and in today's video is something different because I will be interviewing my neighbor. If you've seen my videos, if you follow me on Instagram, then there is a 95% chance you may already know who I am referring to. And here she is.
Hi.
Can you tell us your name, about yourself, and where are you from?
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Sila. Second name is Shirley, and that's what my YouTube channel is named after. And my last name is Sinwamadi. I am from South Africa, Johannesburg.
Yay! How do we know each other?
We arrived in our in our province on the same day.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the first time I saw you and where we were and everything earlier when we were discussing this whole thing. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that day when we got to the Office of Education and I was looking around. I'm like, American, where the South African? I'm joking. No, I was just wondering, but when I saw you, I was like, okay, at least a black girl.
Why couldn't you look at me and be like, maybe she's South African?
I heard you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, once you hear it,
I heard you. I was like, no, she's
American.
Yes.
Did you think I was cool? Like,
yeah, you seem cool, but I just could see you were younger than me. I just see it. Yeah, I just saw it. I was like, oh, she's probably not my age, but it's cool. Make it work.
Look at us now, 8 months later.
I know.
The information, ma'am. I'm mature for my age. The uncles used to tell me all the time, I'm mature for my age.
Them uncles, side-eyeing them.
Bombastic side eye. It's like, yeah. What is your favorite thing about being from South Africa?
Ooh, oh gosh, there's so many. I love our accents.
Yeah, y'all have nice accents.
Thank you. I love our entertainment, our music, our dancing, and I love the women are beautiful. I mean, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, C, D, E, F. It's so many.
I won't even lie. Like, I really like Sila's accent. I always ask her these dumbass questions just so I can hear her talk and explain things. I'm like, I know I sound so stupid, but she's so patient with me. She's gonna answer it too. And the music is bomb. Like, I'm looking for Afrobeat clubs for Busan. I only found one. I managed to find one.
Oh, Haggy, you see why you're the travel agent?
No, God, I should make that my new career, travel agent.
Exactly.
What are some major cities that people don't know about in South Africa?
That people don't know about? Mm-hmm. I don't know if people won't know about them, but the major cities in South Africa are Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban.
I think most of us know Cape Town.
Yeah, most people know Cape Town because it's the little Europe in Africa. But it is beautiful. I'm not taking that away. It is very beautiful. And then Johannesburg is like the city. Like, you can compare it to New York, but obviously it's not New York. But it's like the biggest city in South Africa / Africa, actually. Yeah, it's the biggest city. It's small, but it's big because of how many people flock there and how much money and yeah.
Can you tell the ignorant Americans, yes, because y'all are, the difference between, like, some people think how we were at the bar that South Africa is just like
a region.
It's not a region. It's a country.
Pull up the map. Okay, South Africa is a name of an actual country in Southern Africa.
Yes, and y'all also have a country within the country, right?
Yes, we've got two countries within our country, actually, because they're landlocked. So Lesotho and Swaziland. So yeah, we've got two landlocked countries within South Africa, the country.
What is the most popular tourist destination besides like Cape Town?
Yeah, So, okay, disclaimer. I was poor back in South Africa, so I didn't get to travel much. So these are just things you would see on the internet yourself if you Google it. Okay, Cape Town, yes, very popular. The Eastern Cape has some really beautiful beaches as well, which is also on the coast. You get Cape Town is in the Western Cape, and in the Eastern Cape is the other side of our coast.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
So Cape Town covers the beach is in the Atlantic Ocean, and then the other side you've got your Indian Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say the Eastern Cape is also very popular. KZN, where Boosie's from, Durban, very popular tourist places. Johannesburg is also pretty popular. It's a city. It's where many tourists, when they come to South Africa, the biggest airport being OR Tambo is in Johannesburg. Yeah, there's many. I don't know where I'd start actually, because I will say this: South Africa is one of those African countries that, and even if you look on YouTube and hear from other Americans that have traveled to Africa, they would mostly say South Africa is the most convenient, because even when it comes to internet connection and just having things online, it's easy to access it. There's so many tourist spots. South Africa is, and I mean, with your money, you guys will have the best time of your lives.
In US dollar, you'll go far.
Yeah.
Okay. So before coming to South Korea.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Before coming to South Korea, what would your typical day be like back home?
Okay, so I was a high school teacher back in South Africa. So I would sleep very early, like by 8 p.m. I was usually asleep, yes. Let me say 8 p.m., 9 p.m. latest. I'd be asleep, wake up very early, work out, get ready for work, rush out because I was always late. And go to work, teach. And it was hectic teaching all day. Literally non-stop back-to-back classes with like 50 learners in some instances. And then, get knock off around 3 p.m. and head home and prepare something to eat.
The education system, can you compare it to the South Korean education system since you are experiencing both?
No, I can't. I would say in South Africa, our education, the system or the culture?
The culture, like how, and we know here they want to say they're better, but we've seen that they're kind of lenient on their students.
So culturally, we're more like the West.
Yeah.
So we discipline kids. We can shout at kids. You don't be sleeping in my class, hit your desk. You wake up, you're like, oh,
skirts.
Yeah. When your skirt is too short, turn around or go fix it up. Things like that. So very more Western.
Yeah.
If you think about even like Africans, where we like to chastise and shame. So it's
bring back shaming.
Yeah, so it's even worse back home for us, because like you come to school as a girl with a short skirt, we will shout at you. The other teacher will be like, "Come see this one. What's going on? Where does she think she is?" And we just the hair thing. It's just it's complicated. It's not always right. That's for sure. Whereas here, it's no, don't shout at the kids. You can try wake him up the first time, but if he goes back to sleep, just leave him alone while I'm teaching. It's like there's a fear of children here. It's so nuanced. I don't know if I can say it's completely bad or completely good, because I get it, kids do need to be protected, but I also just feel like I don't understand how without instilling the discipline in them now, what pushes them later in life to like, oh, let me actually start working hard and this and that. At what point are they going to learn English? And then years later, you meet them walking on the street. Oh, I love America. I want to go to... And it's like, but you can't even put a full English sentence together, but you're all America.
We had an old neighbor who wanted to desperately go to America. He's like, I'm going to get my dream job. I'm going to get a fast car. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm from America. I don't even have that. You sure ain't gonna get it.
It was like the first weekend when we arrived.
First weekend, yep.
Upstairs, I was hanging clothes and she came up and he was just, as soon as she came, because before he was like being all funny towards me.
Oh yeah, because why you got using his line.
Yeah, apparently I was using his line. And I'm like, this is a rope hang for everybody to hang their clothes. Anyway, as soon as she came, he was just like, oh, hang your things. I'm like, oh,
America.
America.
What are some of the culture shocks you've experienced since moving to South Korea and also meeting me? Tell me about America.
Okay, so what should I start with?
Start with South Korea, because America is a hot mess within itself.
Okay, South Korea, culture shocks. The kids are very respectful. You walk down the corridor late. Like,
yes.
Hello, teacher.
I noticed the outside
Hello,
class
teacher.
time, they're very respectful.
They'll be walking up the stairs, move out of the way, and do a whole teacher.
Kamsahamnida.
Thank you. Okay, hello. You know, it's so amazing. Like, yeah, they are so respectful. That is a culture shock for me because teenagers back home are not respectful. Just the safety and how, like, at the shops, you know, usually back home, and I'm sure in America too, you've got your storage where you put your extras, you know.
Yeah.
You pack it at the back. It's locked up, you know, and you've got inventory.
Yep.
You know? Here in South Korea, they put their extras outside the store. Like, the extras are outside the store. So when they are done selling the toilet paper inside, they go grab the rest of it from outside and put it back inside. I'm like, if this was in Sauda,
it's like, oh, this is free, right? This is free.
I mean, why else are you putting it outside?
It's free.
The fact that your deliveries just get put outside your door, you come back late in the afternoon, you find them sitting there for you, waiting for you. Also, just, I think generally what I've discovered is that you'll come here thinking, oh, they're going to be racist towards me or this and that. And then as much as people are walking around with like a no fucks given facial expression, as soon as they speak to you, it's they also, and it's so welcoming and warm. And maybe it's also because we're in a different province, because I don't think Seoul has the same vibe.
I don't get that vibe from Seoul.
No, Seoul, I was watching this other YouTuber, he's also South African. Seoul is full of bitches. As he says, he's like, everybody in Seoul, they're bitches. But I love it. Safety, shit. Coming from South Africa.
Walking out in the middle of the night.
It's made our vlogging experience even greater. Right?
It's
Nicer. America.
wait. Okay, don't be so hard on us, okay?
No. And it's not all bad though.
It is though.
No, one thing, but this is something I've picked up even from just watching American entertainment. You guys are very brazen. You're very brave. You're very like out there. You don't hold back. You say what's on your mind loudly.
Whether we're right or wrong.
Right? You guys just be saying it. Like, sometimes we'd be going to the shops together and the things you tell me to do, I'm like, Mahoney, I can't do that.
Oh, when we first came and we went inside of a store and we didn't buy anything. And I was like, all right, let's just go. And she was like, shouldn't we say something? Like, no, let's just go.
She'll just be like, let's be out. Annyeonghaseyo. Whatever.
But now look at you.
Yeah. No, I think also in South Africa, because we've got so many, I think they're called hagglers, people who haggle. Yeah. Always on your case, like, oh, you're not buying. So now I think that thing is instilled in me, like, oh no, now they're going to get on our case.
I should at least get something.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's also because it's a new environment. So I've still got like a lot of shame about things. Haggy, from the moment she got here, she didn't have shame for nothing.
It's the American in me.
Nothing. Encountering the military men.
Oh God.
December sometime when we were at the club, some white guy hit on me. And I was like, what's going on here? I was like, where are the cameras? What's going on? I remember that he was like, I was so shocked because in South Africa, white men are not checking for us like that.
In America, they know a good black. They don't go for any black woman. They go for the ones that are educated and carry themselves very well. Me
I was very suspicious. I was like,
me and Kat had a ball. We was just watching like, see who, I'll never date a white man. Is she talking to a white man? What's going on? what is going on before this New Year's? Oh, yeah.
What?
She was on the
I
other
did not
side.
say
It's like,
never dates a white man.
this is what happened. Okay, so it was New Year's Eve. I remember. This white dude,
just put some.
you and Catherine was sitting, we was all three sitting next to each other, and this white dude came up, so we assumed he was going to talk to Catherine.
I was like, here's
But-
your girl, come sit.
Sit right there, and as soon as she made room, here he go. Came to talk to you. We was like, Catherine was like, thank God. I was like, sir, you was bold.
I was like,
who is this young man?
He was bold.
He was bold.
Oh, in South Africa, it's not like that, so it's a shocker for me. Yeah.
Okay, come back to
Very
America. Get you a
racist.
nice white Tyler.
I am significantly older than Haggy and most of these military guys, but they think we are age mates.
The age mate.
They think we can date, and I'm like, I used to teach boys your age. Like,
No,
I was
I know that
21-year-old mahogany.
I know they come here like at 19. Like as soon as they graduate, they come to the military.
So
but
the only thing that hides it is that they're all like built, and whereas in South Africa, our guys are not as we're not like West Africans, South Africans. We're much smaller in size and whatever. So that's the but I can see, man, I can always see someone's age. You just see it in the cuteness of the face, and you know. But I can see, I'm always just like, you're a kid. Like, I could be your mother. And in Africa, it's just so different. Like, the boys will say things, but for it to really go that far, it happens, but it's not very common. What am I going to do for you?
help me with my homework, maybe my taxes.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah.
But you
And
cute though. That's why they going for you, Sela. Y'all see her, right? Like y'all see her? Y'all see her face? I don't know why she be acting. She be like, I'm so old. I'm like, what? Comment down below. Guess her age. We won't even tell y'all. Guess her age down below.
Oh, another thing that what surprised me is how normal hearing about people who get shot back home is for you.
It shouldn't be normal, but yeah, we've started to get desensitized to it.
It's so crazy. Like, you will tell me, yeah, I knew him. Like, I don't know anyone personally who's been shot. I only know someone personally who ever has had a gun is my father, because he was a police officer, not because
he just owned a gun.
Yeah, no, and it's old now. I'm sure he doesn't even know where it is. So that's how unfamiliar I am with guns. And just even when that person was telling me about he says back home, he's got a whatever, he's like a 2-piece or this and that. I'm like, what are you doing with the gun? I actually got touched. I got so uncomfortable because for me, okay, in South Africa, people with guns are usually police officers. And then the only time you hear of gun violence is when maybe a husband just, goes crazy and he decides to turn on his family, shoot them, and then he shoots himself. So for us, if you have a gun, you're going to kill me. Like, it's always like, don't date a man who has a gun.
Yeah.
It's not, but I get the protection side of it, because people nowadays are starting to pick up on it. Like, no, we need to protect ourselves and blah, blah, blah. But, it's not easy for me. It makes me very uneasy. Excuse me.
We are all advocating for gun control, but you have people who are like, they're trying to take our guns away. It's like, we're not trying to take them away. We're trying to make them not easily accessible as they should be, because you shouldn't be able to go to Walmart to be able to purchase a gun.
Yeah, I think that's scary. I feel like it shouldn't be that normal, but I feel like it is going to be that normal. Even in South Africa at some point, I think it will.
Is there anything about your cultures or traditions that people might find confusing or difficult to understand? I know, for one, the dowry thing.
I was actually going to mention that. And
I kind of like it. I mean, you got to pay to get me if you can't afford it.
Shit. I'm joking.
I mean, I kind of like it.
Listen, I mean, it has a beautiful significant or symbolism behind it. It's great. We call it lobola, where if a man wants to marry me, we don't even do proposals. We do nowadays, because we want the, Instagram posts, we want the rings. But if we look at proper ways of doing it, what usually happens is that the man sends a letter to your family to say he wants to come pay dowry, and so he can marry me. And yeah, he sends his uncles. His parents don't go, it's only his uncles, and they go and they negotiate, and they'll basically say, okay, what you got? Because our daughter's educated, she's got this, she doesn't have children. If you don't have children, you're considered a virgin. And
what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, but yeah, basically looking at that, and obviously as a man, you're supposed to be above her because you're the provider, but she's got all these extras while she's still going to bear children for you, and this and that and this and that. So price increases. It's not supposed to be just a matter of price. It's just a symbolism to say thank you for raising this amazing daughter, because we are bringing her, because in our culture, when I get married, I go to his family. My mom is no longer my mom. His mom is now my mom. His father is now my father. Like, it's like that. I'm there. I'm in his family. I take his surname. I become, yeah. I remember at my sister's wedding, the speech they gave was that something about, okay, you're taking her body, but her head remains with us because of everything we've taught her. So you're lucky, but just remember, that's our head type of thing. But yeah.
Are y'all hearing me?
It's a wonderful thing. I also, there's no way I can get married without doing that, because my family won't acknowledge you. You won't even be seen. So if we want to have a good relationship, and my family is great, there's no need for us to be like, oh, we don't care for what they think, we're just going to do. No, we do care for them, because they're my brothers, they're my sisters. So those things are still very important. On the other hand, they do bring about problems, because some men just, the economy is rough, man.
Yeah.
People don't have money. So some men are just opting out of marriage because of it.
Why not find a different way to show a dowry? Like, instead of money, like what they used to give, like a goat or something.
Yeah, it's tough. Families are not easy. It's depending on what family you're taking the girl from. I mean, if they're a well-off family and she's educated, they're not gonna accept a goat.
Maybe a lamb. People like to eat lamb. I would.
No, they will want something substantial, I mean, maybe there are some families that would be willing to accept, like, oh, it's okay. But then if they realize that he can't pay dowry, they're just like, oh, so you
can't provide.
Exactly. You're just going into this with nothing.
So you just love him.
Yeah.
You're going to survive off love. And that makes
love,
sense.
So they will start judging from that point, like, oh, he can't pay, and then you still want to marry.
You must be pregnant already. It's like,
for me, for my family, when you visit, it's very important to serve people drinks, food, whatever. When we have visitors, visitors don't announce, they just arrive. Maybe that's an African thing. Visitors don't announce. Back home, by my parents' home, we'll be chilling in the bedroom, hear my mom, Sila, yes, make tea, who is here? And I'm like, who are these people? What are they doing here? And you must just go make tea and start cooking, because maybe they're going to stay till dinner. Oh, for me, in our family culture thing, not everywhere in South Africa, but this is just my culture, we greet. It's holocha.
Holocha?
Yeah, holocha, meaning locha. It's to greet. We get on our knees and we say munyai when we greet in our family. And then the men, they usually just sit down and they make this sound, this hollow sound with their hands, and go locha as well. Venda, it's in my province as well. When they greet, the women lie on the floor. I mean, typical Africans, man, women are still suppressed heavily, but it's not that bad. I mean, there's some things that I'm still for them. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll cook for you, clean for you, bear as many children as you want if I can. And yeah. Yeah, haggy.
I didn't say anything. I was.
Yeah, there's so many things. I can't just like pinpoint one thing that will surprise you guys, and I think you guys know quite a lot now.
Yeah, well, more people trying to understand, and especially with Africans marrying Americans, they have to. I don't know how they're getting away with that, but they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
But then again, Nigerian culture, what are some similarities with South African, like with the women cooking and cleaning?
Yeah, Nigerian culture, I don't know the intricacies of it that much. I would say, yeah, there's still like just that the African expectation and idea of things we can say is similar, but like maybe the spirituality part, because I don't know much about Nigerian African spirituality. I won't lie, there's a difference between West Africans, Southern Africans, and East Africans, and Central Africans, and North Africans. You see
There's a difference,
yes,
y'all.
there's a difference. Most of the Africans in your country over there are from West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest. I can't remember. I would say you can compare Southern Africans and East Africans were more alike than West Africans and Central African. But South Africans, I'm joking. Oh, South Africans have big bums. Not me, but most. They got ass.
Okay,
they do. South African women have big bums, and it's not BBLs.
No, you know I know that. We got one of them down the street. Are there any words or phrases in your language that you want to teach me? Because I know y'all trying to turn me.
Okay, it's not specifically my language. It's just words that are from various languages. So when I say askisi, yeah, or you can say askisi. You can add the e at the end. It's more like in German, like, oh, askisi or askis means sorry.
I don't like saying that word. What's a different word? I'm never sorry. I'm American. We don't apologize for shit.
Okay. Baton. Yeah, it means people, but it's to show shock. It's like
people. Baton.
Yeah. So in any instance, like if you're looking good, I'll just be like, oh, baton. Oh, montle joang.
I know yebo.
Ah, that means yes.
I don't shem.
Shem, yeah. It's shame. SHAME. It's shame. Did I count how it is 5? Okay.
But you spell it SHAM. How you say it?
Oh, EM. SHEM. Yeah. Shem.
You're like, oh, shem.
Shem. So it's like a term of endearment. Anything and everything. Like, you tell me I'm tired, I go, oh, shem. You tell me, you're hungry, ah, shem.
It's like shame. Well, like, I'm hungry.
You see a cute couple and you go, ah, shame. They're so cute. I know.
Yeah. When?
Yeah, you. That means you. Busi loves to say,
when. Busi will be the reason why I probably pick up on it
because
more.
she's Zulu, and Zulus don't give anybody a chance to know their language. It's like, no, around me, you're gonna speak Zulu.
She was like, you're gonna learn. I'm like, and then when she texts, I'm just like, okay. I'm not going to ask her to translate. Yeah. Let me see if I remember her saying any of these words to figure out the context.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing how to
what else? So we've got wena, yebo, askisi, shame, baton. What? Okay, let me greetings in my language. We say dumela. Means hello. Usually to an individual, to a group, you say dumelang. How are you? Lekai.
Lekai.
And then what else? Thank you. Kyaleboha. Kyaleboha. Means thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Watch me forget half these words. I'm gonna forget. Askisi.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yabo shame. Wena. Butun. Batun. I told you I forgot that thing.
It's okay.
I'm gonna learn though.
Yeah, you'll learn.
By next year, I should have Korean down packed.
Yeah.
Because that's the language I should be learning.
You're gonna draw me with that one. But
anyway. You see. Now you sound like Lucy. Why should I learn it? I should be learning my language. What are some of the biggest challenges facing your country today?
General issues, crime. Crime is an issue in our country, unfortunately. Corruption. Our government is full of shit. Oh, they're so irritating because South Africa is like that African country that people were like, at least you guys are doing better. And then, no. Like, that's a major issue. Load shedding. We never had this. We were that one African country that had good supply of electricity 24 hours. And then, boom, the 1 year. And these stations or whatever where the electricity is produced, they were initially built during apartheid. Before we got our freedom, during our colonization. Yes. So, and they were mainly built to only supply white people with electricity, which are like, 10-20% of the population. Yeah. So now when black government comes to power, they now want to supply electricity to everyone. Obviously they should. But then instead of making sure that they grow the system so it can, supply everyone continuously, they were just sitting back and eating money. Just, fattening their pockets and their stomachs. And now we're here and we are just on stage 6 load shedding, meaning for 4 hours, twice a day, electricity gets turned off. The thing, like I speak to my one friend who's on maternity leave and she's like, I just can't do anything. I must just sit and stare at this baby. Since COVID, a lot of people have now migrated to working from home. And now
did you cut the electricity off? I don't think they thought that through. Do you have any advice for travelers visiting South Africa for the first time? Other people know, so people who get their tax refund, they need somewhere to go that's not Jamaica. Come to South Africa.
Yes. So, visit during December. Yes. Hey, guys. You won't go back home. I'm sorry. You'll stay in you'll be like, you know what? I found my home. South Africa is a vibe in December. We call December a lifestyle. It's not a month. It's a lifestyle. It's like, I mean, there's no place that has a December like South Africa.
Because you said December is y'all summer, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's in summer and it's Christmas time and whatever. It's just good time. Even if you're working, because obviously the economy must continue, but things just become
more lax.
So laxed. Like, we've got an issue of drinking and driving, yes. But it's a good time, man. It's time to just have fun, be out, be with friends. The sun is out. We've got the best weather. It's not too hot, doesn't get too cold. It's just perfect. Yeah, come in December.
And they're nice. A lot of South Africans that I've met in South Korea are very nice. Well, to me, I don't know if they're nice to anybody else, but they're nice to me.
Yeah. No, we are. We're pretty cool people. We're very nice. We're unnecessarily nice. Like, you call a service center to, ask when to cancel your account. Hello, hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I'm good, thank you. So, how may I help you? No. You walk into a store, you want to, hi, Sissy, how are you? Hi, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Really? What time do you knock off? Oh my gosh, this and this and this. And then, okay, are you getting this? Are you getting... That's how we are in South Africa. It's just... South Korea, it's very like, hi. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. People just have it rough, and we understand the importance of just like getting to someone's emotions so they can really give you the best possible service as well. Yeah. So we find ways to just massage you. Hi, Sissy, how are you? Okay. Oh, this is so nice. Yo, I'm sure you're so tired, ne? Then, so I'm here. I just want to do this and this and this.
If you're an American from a financially challenged area, and you so happen to get some money to go to South, don't be rude, okay?
Yeah, no.
Please don't be rude.
And we ask how I know Americans, how you doing? and then it keeps working. And it's like, I'm fine.
How you doing? I'm good.
How are you?
Gone.
I find it so funny. You guys be walking past. Yo, how you doing? It's like, is that hello? Or are you actually asking, how am I doing?
It's both. How you doing? Good. All right, you going.
No, look at me. So I can tell you how I am.
Oh, well, look how you are. I got things to do. Let me refrain from that.
Mm-hmm.
Down south,
Yeah.
they will have a conversation, but don't fall for it. They just want to be nosy.
Yeah. Okay, South Africans are nosy.
Okay, well,
we are. But
fit right
we
in.
don't do that to be nosy, but we just have this culture of you just get somewhere and people just start asking, are you married?
Oh, Lord. Well, they do it down south. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to feel like it's in good taste, especially if
Yeah.
you're brand new and they really want to, like, who are you? They will be polite and ask you these questions. Then go off and tell somebody else. So when the next person meets you,
Yeah.
oh, I know about you. It's like, how you know? Who told you about me?
Especially like in the homelands / rural areas, it's just common to, who are you? What's your surname? Oh, you're from this one's home. Okay. Are you married? Do you have children? Why?
I hate that. Like,
Why don't you
who
have
is your
children?
mama?
Yeah.
It's like, it's this person. Yep, I know who you are. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. My father's very popular, so that I get that a lot. It's just like,
Who your daddy is?
yes.
Who your daddy?
Oh, when that's not mad. Okay. Oh gosh.
It's like, you ain't married. You the one that's not married yet, ain't you? It's like, all right, here
It's
we
like,
go.
okay, not married, but do you have children? It's like, no. Yeah.
So black people are the same everywhere.
Yes. That's one thing we have really discovered. Like, black people are more alike everywhere in the world than we think. Yeah.
As much as we try to be like, no, I'm from this area.
Yeah. I'm not African. I'm this and that. It's like, there's a lot of things that are the same between us guys.
Colonization.
Yeah.
That's our trauma bond, I think. Right. Generations of trauma bond.
Yeah. Like, got trauma, got shame, got it all. It's like, I see you.
I see you. It's like, how do you guys know each other? It's like,
No.
we just met, but we know each other. From,
Yeah.
Give me 3 reasons why SA is better than US and South Korea.
Why it's better?
Why 3 reasons why
The
why
food
it's
is cheap. The weather's great. And the people are great.
What are some misconceptions someone might have about Americans or America?
Oh, that you all have money.
And we don't. We're broke.
Yeah, we just think you guys, most Africans would think that you all have a lot of money. Yeah, that you're all living, lavishly in LA and Hollywood and one of my cousins the one time said to me, this was a while back, she says, no, black Americans are not black like us, they're niggers. And I'm like, what? They're what? She says, no, they're niggers. I'm like, okay, what's different? So she was saying, no, they've got longer, straighter hair. I'm like, no, they are black.
Now we niggas, but we have long straight hair. It's like, you can't be both.
Someone who grew up in the homelands isn't exposed much. It's all through TV.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone you see on TV's got like a long ass wig. And if that's the only image you've seen of Americans, you're going to think they've all got like long straight hair. And it's like, no. Or they're mixed. One thing I've also noticed about Americans
they
is
put
that
a lot of mixed people on TV.
this is going to sound very controversial, but I think you guys need to come to Africa to see what we mean by black people. Because you guys have a very wide variety of black. And for us is like, no, that isn't... We see why you would think that's black, but no, that's not black. I'm black.
Another misconception that you and Boosie do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They think because I'm an American that I just know everything. I'm like, I don't.
Why
You know
doesn't
more
she
than
know
me.
everything? I mean, you guys have access to internet.
Boosie calls me Google. I'm like...
Because also, one thing, you guys are very quick with...
Just pull out the Google, I got you.
Take it out. And we're just like, if we don't know, we don't know. We'll see. If it's important, we'll research it. But like, other than that, it's like,
Ignorance is bliss. I would like for that to happen with me, but y'all don't do anything, and I'm just like,
Haggy, what's this and this and yeah, you are what we see on TV. That's the misconception. Yeah. Oh, that you're all violent.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
It's the
TV.
It's TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna start saying it. It's TV.
It's TV. So I think those are the two misconceptions. You've all got money and you're all violent. Black Americans are all violent. Yeah.
What about the white Americans who
Racist.
are doing the school shootings?
Racist.
I think y'all whites are more racist.
Definitely. Like, they can be assholes.
Say it louder, see. Let them know.
White South Africans can be assholes.
So for Catherine. Catherine's nice.
Yes, she is. She is.
What do you think are some of the benefits of living in a different country like South Korea?
It opens up your mind. You learn about a different culture. I've grown in so many different ways that I won't see it properly now, but I'll see it when I leave and go to my next country or something. But it's just taught me how to really just be patient and just searching for things and having to deal with being in a country where people speak a completely different language. It's growth. You grow in so many ways. You just become resilient under circumstances that you would never have to be under back home. I mean, home, it's easy, man. You figure it out. But yeah, it's like, what? You're scared. You don't know how these people are going to respond to you when you're asking questions. And yeah, I've learned a lot. I can't really put it in words right now. It's difficult for me because I'm in it and I don't feel like, you know, when you've just been living in it for so long, you're like, it's not new. I already know it.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's only going to dawn on us.
Once we leave.
Like, whoa. And even back home, they're going to look at you like, you're different.
It's like, I am.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm asking this question is to call you out, because I was trying to explain to people back home how you said I wasn't Black. So what are the major ethnic groups of your country?
Okay. So you get Black people who speak all the indigenous languages that I mentioned. Sotho, Tswana, Zulu, Xhosa, blah, 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 blah. Then you get white people, you get English and Afrikaans white people. Then you've got another group of people who were labeled by our previous colonizers, the apartheid government, because they started to pick up on the fact that there are a lot of mixed race people in this country. We need to separate them from the Black people so they don't think they're Black, because the aim was to divide and rule, you know, divide and conquer. So they decided to call mixed race people. It doesn't matter whether you're mixed with white and Black or whatever, they just became known as colored people. I know, oh, that's racist, don't call them colored. It's there. You can even look on the forms. You tick African, white, Asian, colored, other. So, and most identify as colored themselves. They don't have a problem with it, so chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are colored people. They are mostly mixed, and I think for us, having lived in South Africa for so long, colored people, it's no longer a race thing now. I think it's more of a cultural thing, because over the years, the mixing and so forth has become so all over the place that most colored people look like me. A lot of them, they just look as Black as I do, but maybe they are culturally colored, meaning they speak Afrikaans, they speak with a colored accent, because colored people also have their own accents. And yeah, so that's the other ethnicity. I say Americans need to come to Africa to see what Black is. You can see I'm Black.
I'm Black too.
And then when you look at Haggy, I know you can say she's Black, but you can see that somewhere down the line there's some mixing. You can just some mixing there. I was watching this one video of this colored couple. So That made me laugh. This colored couple, they did the whole DNA testing thing to see
23andMe.
Yeah. So they're from South Africa. They colored people from South Africa. And the woman was surprised by her lineage because it had a whole lot of different African ethnicities. And she was like, I thought I was gonna find Latina or Hispanic. That's unfortunately not all, some colored people tend to think that way, that, oh no, we're not just African black, we're more like South Americans or something. Those are the problems sometimes that we encounter between black and colored people in South Africa, because black people tend to think that colored people don't want to identify as black, and black people are like, okay, because you think you're better, then do you, type of thing. So there's some tensions, but for the most part, they've really gone away. They're not as major as they were back then, because we're very much alike.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to try to differentiate between us.
I choked on my spit. Okay. That's all the questions I have for you. I wish I had more, but we talk all the time.
Yeah, there's so much.
And I just wanted this video to be just surface level education, because we can go deep, but we're not going to do that because it's already been 1 hour and 38 minutes and 40-some seconds as we're speaking right now.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check out her YouTube channel at Shirley's 30s. You can also follow her on Instagram with the same name. Be sure to like this video, especially if you want to see more of Sela. Even if you don't, you will, because I'm pretty sure you've seen my past videos. She's in those too. She's gonna be in some more videos.
She's also in most of my videos. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we love you.
See you in the next one.